Hey, how's it going? It's Kyle, and by this time, many of you know that I am an actor, entrepreneur, real estate investor, real estate entrepreneur, business owner, and I wear multiple hats. So I started out as an actor about 14 years ago, coming from Pennsylvania to moving to New York City, and wanted to figure out a way to make the best possible career that was seemingly flexible, and I could feel good about myself if waiting for this acting career to take off by the time I was 40 years old, and not being a bartender and waiting tables. So I decided to get into real estate, and for about 14 years have been working at real estate, just going about it at my own peril of figuring out what worked, what didn't. And in hindsight, it would have been better to kind of learn all the things that I'm giving in this video, but you know, I'm hard-headed and I had to go through them myself to really learn what really makes an awesome real estate career and could double, if not triple, your income yearly just from doing these 5 things. So we're gonna go into that. But before we get into that, I want you to deposit one like on this video with a little thumbs up, just like you're gonna deposit money at the bank after you learn these 5 new things and implement them into your real estate career. So also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on there pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of that as well, go ahead and subscribe if you have not done so already, and hit the notification bell so you will get notifications every time I post a new video. Also down below there are some links to some really great things that I use myself, such as Acorns and Coinbase if you want to buy crypto, which I talk about a lot on this channel. So let's get into it.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
So number 1 is the CRM. If you don't know about this, this is the client relations management or customer relations management, whatever it is. It's just called a CRM. And what it essentially is a platform that entails you to really keep in contact with your clients and really keep in touch with them and take things off of just your memory and put them in place so that it will prompt you for suggestions of reaching out to them, of different things, people, leads, and keep everything in track of and organized. So now for somebody like me that now has about 9,000 people in their database, this is crucial. So the thing about it is I've always essentially known I needed something like a CRM, right? So for the first couple of years in real estate, I would have a couple clients, not as many as I have now, but I would have a couple clients coming in monthly, and I would keep them in, say, an Excel spreadsheet. So very early on, I'll give you one example. I had a client, and it was a rental client, so I put them in an Excel spreadsheet. I found him for rent by owner, and I called him up and I said, hey, I could rent out your place. And I put him in an Excel spreadsheet. After I rented his place out, I put his client in there, the address, the move-in date, and the move-out date. Now, I was at that time not working with so many people that I was able to keep track of that and go in and see when that client was moving out. And I called about 3 months before. I called the owner and said, hey, it's Kyle. Remember, I rented out your place, found you this awesome tenant. Just wanted to see what your tenant was going to do when he left in 3 months. Now, just from that example, I have had that client as a diehard client of mine that I know will not buy or sell any real estate without me for about 10 plus years now. So that guy, you know, just from that example, I know that the power of this works, right? So I got so busy after this, I was just not able to do that with everybody. People fell through the cracks. I was so busy with new clients that I lost track of old clients. They bought things without me. They sold things without me. It was just a lot of, you know, things falling through the cracks and slipping through the cracks and me learning from my own mistakes. So what I essentially ended up using was a CRM, and this is just imperative. You know, some people get it to a high level, and I'm talking about multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars that I made yearly, like 200,000 plus without a CRM. But to be able to scale up and to be able to double your business and triple your business, you need something that not only keeps track of your database, but also prompts you to reach out, that you can set in motion. And not all CRMs are created equal. So we at my company, we use the top of the line, best real estate CRM. Some are great for different businesses. This is the epitome of real estate CRMs, and it's so personalized, and you're able to set up lists and stages of where people are, and just keeping track of where people are, if they're hot, cold, warm, just in your contacts, if they're gonna sell in a couple years, in a couple months, if they're a past client and you have to get prompted every quarter, every 3 months to be able to keep track of them, and just reach out. Just a soft, hey, how you doing? How's the place? Great to speak with you, happy birthday or whatever. Just to keep track of all their information. That is number one to be able to double and triple your business. Okay, so the number two thing, coaching. So I would say I started in about 2006, 2009. I moved to a different area, learned a whole different technique, was doing rentals the first couple of years, then started getting into sales and realized that, I was making a good income, great income, probably top 10% in America. But I knew coaching to be able to get to the next level and not just deal with rental clients, but be able to deal with sales clients and then deal with sales clients on a high level, $1 million buyers, $1 million sellers. That coaching was going to come into play, knowing what to say from people that have done it. So I know, for example, at our company, I have a coach myself that I coach with it was originally bi-weekly, now it's every week. And then I also have my agents coaching with me, who, I get to teach them from what I learn, and also getting coached by my coach. So coaching is definitely from somebody that has done it. Learning, it's really all about objection handling, learning, hearing objections by people that don't want to be doing things or not sure about doing things, and knowing how to smartly speak to them and communicate with them why it's a good opportunity for them to buy. Because look, for instance, learning that it's a buyer's market right now, and being coached that why it's a buyer's market right now, because people that have bought a year ago are made out greatly in this past year. And last year, if you were a new agent and somebody would have said to you, hey, I hear it's a seller's market, is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? And not being able to know what to say, it kills the whole thing, and it, might lose you a whole deal or a whole client. So coaching is definitely number two. All right, so the number three thing is leverage. Now, by leverage, I don't mean growing a team. Yes, you could grow a team. For me, personally, it came organically. I was doing rentals. I wanted to get into sales. I still had those rental clients coming in. I was able to hire somebody that could take out my leads and be able to split that money with them. And I was getting so many leads in that I let them do that, and then I handled the sales. Now, that is just one example of it, right? But the other example of leverage is support. So for instance, having an admin be able to support you, having a transaction coordinator be able to support you while you're out running deals and doing things. So I know, for instance, I've set it up with my corporation, my company, so that we do have support, administrative support, virtual transaction support for somebody to write contracts and to be able to handle that transaction and that transaction coordination, which we got. So being able to leverage yourself so that you can double or triple your business. Now, if you're just doing 12 deals a year or something like that or less, then you don't necessarily need all of these things and to be able to leverage yourself. We're talking about when you get to a high level, you want to be able to leverage yourself if it's impeding on your ability to go out with clients and do what you do best and sell real estate. Okay, so the number four thing is to lead gen and prospect. So what I mean by this is you don't need a lot. You don't need to be paying thousands of dollars on Zillow to be able to get leads. But what I mean by this is right off the bat, I knew that, you need to be able to prospect and have some kind of lead generation. So what this meant at first when I started was posting on Craigslist, taking that hour to prospect, to get leads and lead generation. Maybe spending a little bit of money, and now you can partner as a real estate agent with, or a real estate broker to say somebody that you were going to give business to, like a lender or something like that. You pay $500, they pay $500. Now you have $1,000 of ad spend for Zillow. Now I don't mean you have to do this that you're going broke, but whatever you can afford, lead gen, so that you can handle it and get the leads that are coming in. But that is something that you have to do to be able to double and triple your business. All right, so the number 5, and most important possibly, is to have a plan of action and a clear, concise goal. Why this will double or triple your business is because if you can see it and you can vision it, then you know how to get there. So for instance, when I was doing, the initial 100, 200,000, I could see what I was doing. I could see how to get there. And then it was a matter of, okay, can I double this, or can I change up the business? How could I get to where I want to go income-wise and business-wise? So it might be, all right, my plan of action is to do this. You have to have a yearly goal, but then work reverse engineer monthly and weekly and even daily. So then it became, okay, if I want to do 2 deals a month, well, what size of those deals have to be in order to get to the income goal that I want to be? So you have to have a clear, concise goal of where you want to go. Put it that way, plain and simple. If you want to make $300,000 a year, work backwards from that. How many deals do you realistically think you can do at what dollar amount, and really have a plan of action around that and have a clear, concise focus on that and kind of just push off everything else. All right, guys, so that's it for today. If you do have any questions about anything, feel free to leave a comment below or reach out. I would be glad to answer them. Also, leave a comment if you'd like me to do any certain topics on this regarding the real estate industry, or anything in general, and I'll see if I can do a video on that as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to deposit one like, just one, on this video, like you're going to deposit much money in the bank as soon as you follow this advice. And also subscribe if you have not done so already. Hit the notification bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I'm on there pretty much daily, so you'll be a part of that as well. And go check out the links below to a lot of cool stuff. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.